So hi, my name is Stuart McKee, and I'm the National Technology Officer for Microsoft's U.S. Public Sector. And in my role, I have an opportunity to work with governments across the United States and around the world. There's a couple of things that I'm seeing happening right now that are kind of interesting. Everybody's talking about budgets, and certainly we face incredibly challenging economic times. But the reality is the business of government always has challenging budget times. Today's a little bit unique. Budget challenges may be a little more severe, but when is there a time in government when there isn't another kid who we'd like to educate, or some public safety we'd like to improve, or some water quality or a road we'd like to make better? The reality is the definition of government is unlimited needs with limited resources. But that being said, there are some very consistent things that I am seeing for governments across the country and around the world. Some challenges that we're all facing together. The first one of them is an aging workforce. It's a huge challenge for government right now, trying to not only adapt to their own workforce aging and retiring, but also recognizing the fact that the population in general is aging, which is going to increase the demands on government. So what are we to do? What is government to do? A very, very important thing for leadership is to understand this problem and address it by looking at some of the legacy infrastructure that organizations have been built around. We don't have many college campuses, at least the college campuses that I visit, teaching kids how to run and operate and code in COBOL. So what are you going to do with all the COBOL code? Now, we were able to address Y2K because we threw a lot of people and bodies at it, digging through our code to make sure that we could address Y2K. Those problems are only going to get worse as time goes on. The second issue is security and privacy. Just because of the nature of government, the types of data and information we house and hold, and the expectations people have of how government handles that data is incredibly high. Government has to be super diligent and vigilant, understanding security concerns. We understand how to harden our physical infrastructure, but increasingly government's infrastructure is virtual. And so we have to recognize that these attack vectors on government, if you will, are protected and secured in unique and creative ways. And also understand that these are new doors to information that we're holding with a fiduciary responsibility for citizens. The very nature of the work government does requires it to house and have critical information. Security and privacy are a big deal. The last thing that is really common and quite interesting is citizens' expectations of government. And we hear a lot of different buzzwords, but the one I kind of like is transparency. Citizens sit at home today and they know with one click of the mouse they're going to get their books ordered through Amazon or whatever they happen to be ordered, and it'll be delivered to their house in a day. Why can't I operate and interact with government that way? They also know if I'm managing my stock portfolio or my 401k that with a click of a mouse I have a wealth of information about a company. Why isn't that kind of information available for me in government? Why am I able to do things online with the private sector, but I can't do them with government? Those expectations for citizens are not going down. And that's something that government has to understand, and as citizens are customers, and try and respond to in creative ways. The way that we can respond to those things and what we need to do is understanding that technology does not solve problems, people do. And increasingly we need leadership within government that understands technology is not a magic bullet, but it's an opportunity to leverage a very powerful tool and help government move forward in the 21st century. Thanks.